If I asked you to picture Australia, I bet the kangaroo is one of the first things that pops into your head. With its springy hops, big feet, and that iconic pouch, it's easy to see why the kangaroo is a symbol of the whole continent. But have you ever wondered, how did kangaroos end up hopping across Australia in the first place? Let's take a quick leap through time to find out. Kangaroos are part of the marsupial family, meaning they carry their babies in pouches. But their story actually starts way farther back, in South America of all places, over 70 million years ago. Back then, marsupials were just beginning to branch out, and thanks to shifting continents, some made their way to Antarctica, and then to Australia, which was still attached at the time. Once they arrived, these ancient marsupials found a land with almost no placental mammals, the type of mammals that dominate in, well, pretty much every other place on Earth. With less competition, they evolved into all sorts of shapes and sizes, filling niches that elsewhere were already taken. Among them were the ancestors of the kangaroo. About 20 million years ago, the first kangaroo-like creatures appeared, and they were pretty different from today's big hoppers. Early kangaroos were small, and some may have even lived in trees. But as Australia dried out and forests shrank, kangaroos adapted. They grew larger and swapped tree climbing for covering huge distances on open grasslands using those powerful back legs we all know. Today, the red kangaroo can leap up to 25 feet in a single bound. Talk about evolutionary upgrades. But kangaroos aren't just a biological marvel. They're also woven into human history. Here's a fun fact. When Captain James Cook first landed in Australia in 1770, his crew saw this strange animal and asked the local Gugu Yimithir people what it was called. The answer? Kangaroo, a word from their language for a particular type of kangaroo. Now there's a popular myth that kangaroo meant, "I don't understand," as if the locals were confused by the question. But that's not true. Linguists have checked, and kangaroo really did mean kangaroo. So the next time you see a kangaroo, you're actually using a piece of indigenous Australian language. Pretty cool, right? From tiny mammals in ancient forests to the super hoppers of Australia's outback, kangaroos are living proof of how life can adapt and thrive. Their name, passed down through generations, reminds us how nature and culture are always connected. If you enjoyed this bit of kangaroo history, don't forget to share and subscribe for more stories from the wild side of science.